can't believe I'm about to say this, and it may be controversial, and let me know in the comments, but Ford, WTF? What is going on, All-Terrain Nation? That is right. Today is a WTF, and it's a head scratcher because, well, I don't get it. And you guys in the comments, you know, I always give my opinions, and remember, these are my opinions. But the Ford Raptor R. Where are we going with this one, Ford? Because, you know, we had a V8 originally, the Gen 1, and they got the bigger V8, and we were going up this like really kick-ass like ladder. And then, well, we decided to go EcoBoost. Now, granted, the EcoBoost 3.5, amazing motor. You got a lot of torque, a lot of horsepower out of that thing, but it sounds like a banana. There's no sound to that thing, and you're never going to make it sound. I have a twin turbo V6 in my Bronco. Guess what? I put a kick-ass exhaust system on it, and it still is never going to sound like a V8. But I'm a little lost at the new Raptor R, because if you look at on paper, you go, oh man, big V8. They're going to put a big V8 in this thing. Well, it's kind of a small V8, really. Yes, now you go, okay, it's the one out of the Mustang, you know, supercharged, 700 horsepower. And on paper, that sounds really cool, right? Till we look at the TRX. Yes, the TRX 6.2 big Hemi, like just a massive V8 in that thing. And, well, 700 what? 3 horsepower, something like that, which I think we got a good battle about to happen. But what I don't get is the price tag for what you were getting. Now, normal Raptors, 80s, mid 80s, something like that. I think the TRX with this V8 making 700 horsepower. No matter what you do to the TRX, it's still making 703. Well, it's about 85, and yes, I know somebody in the comments. No, that next guy there back there, he's going to comment and be like, Dave, you know, they're charging over for all these things anyways. And yes, you are correct. They're going to charge over for this. But $109,000 freaking dollars for a Raptor R, that is just about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And once again, I know where the comments are going, Dave, this thing is going to be a collector's. You just don't understand it. Guys, trust me. Ladies, I love horsepower. I always want, I've preached this over and over and over with my car purchases. I always want as much horsepower as physically possible. But there's a price to that. And while I think what Ford's going to do with this Raptor R, I don't think they want to sell a lot of them. I think this is just to kind of shut up people and be like, look, we made it. We're going to sell it. It is what it is. You know, yes, they will go like hotcakes. I guarantee you there's a list a mile long now of people wanting this thing that think they have $109,000 for it, till, well, dealers once again get involved, and that $109,000 MSRP is now, we're going to say, if the first edition Broncos were going for $120,000, you're looking at $150,000 to $160,000 for a useless full-size pickup truck. Now, granted, I'm saying useless full-size pickup truck, even though I would have this one in a heartbeat in my driveway. But I think value to value, I still think the TRX is a better deal. I do. I think it's just a much better truck. And part of it is, I do not think that they made the Raptor R special enough. Yes, they've tuned the suspensions ever so slightly. I mean, like, ever so slightly. And you're like, oh, well, drive shafts and all this, Dave, they've done it. But the outside of it, there's nothing any more special than the goofy R that they put in the grill than that. It's you might as well just bought a regular Raptor and had somebody convert it to a V8 that you wanted. Because at the end of the day, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of cheddar. And used to be $60,000 was a lot for a Raptor. And of course, the prices just keep going up. And at the end of the day, I know in about 2 years, I'm going to see some contractor on a construction site towing something with a Raptor R, and it's going to look like this, and I'm going to have to make fun of that person, basically. Now, If you have the cash, go out and get it. I wholeheartedly love the truck. I know I sound like a bitchy, whiny guy. I really do. If you've made it this far in the video and haven't wanted to strangle me just yet, I really do love the truck, and I love horsepower, and I like to see Ford actually doing that. But I would have liked to seen this truck if a normal Raptor is in the 80s, maybe $89,000 to $90,000, maybe mid 90s. I think it's priced about $10,000 too much. I know we make this big, $109,000. I think if this truck would have been around 98, a nicely loaded vehicle, you would have had a lot more happy people. But is what it is. Which would you have in the comments? I want to know, TRX or the Raptor R. Right now, if I had the mid 80s to spend on a TRX and could get one without paying over MSRP, I'd probably go with the TRX myself. I've driven that truck. I love that truck. There's something about either way when you hear that supercharger whine that's just freaking amazing. So, whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or either of these, what I'm calling super trucks, I really want to drive. This has been your All-Terrain Nation. This has been a WTF, and we're out. Peace, everybody.